are still enjoying the glitz and glam of the 2024-2025 Lions Cricket Awards right here in Sandton. Of course, we know in terms of the franchise, they really have been dominant this season when you look at them winning the 4-day series of the CSA, and of course, for the women winning that inaugural event, the Hollywood Bets Pro 50. But I was able to then grab the Cricket South Africa Director of National Teams, and that is who was enjoying the festivities, but is here to then chat to us about what's happening at Cricket South Africa and just in terms of the national teams. I want us to start, Enoch. Thanks for making time for us with the women's team. We saw in terms of the tri-series, the nations where they were out there, it didn't look really good until the end when at least they were able to beat Sri Lanka. Just in terms of their overall performance, what do you make of that?
Yeah, look, we obviously, I mean, in terms of the outcome, the results, we would have loved to, win the tri-series. But, after sitting down with Coach Mandla, but also before they traveled to Sri Lanka for the tri-series, the most important thing for us as we embark on the journey to the Cricket World Cup at the end of this year, it was important that he tries a few combinations, and there were quite a few youngsters that he gave an opportunity, and it was actually, from my point of view, I was really impressed in terms of the performances, in terms of how the team, in the series grew and showed even more maturity and seen different individuals putting up their hand. I mean, that was fantastic to see, and it is part of the plan building towards the World Cup. And obviously, after this, they're going to be going to West Indies, and we're going to, sharpening up the skills, and to make sure that at the end of the day, Coach Mandla has the best combination, for the World Cup.
And just in terms of the men's team, shock departure, Rob Walter, and then as Cricket South Africa, you then make a decision to give that role to Shukri Conrad instead of that direct replacement. What was the thinking around that?
Yeah, look, I mean, there was a lot that we needed to look into. There were a whole lot of factors. Having to look back over the last sort of 2 years, we've done well in terms of the structure, and we did expect that, a lot of people will ask why then move away from that structure that has sort of gave us the positive results. But we also had an opportunity to look at the FTP going into 2027. And we then decided that it is something that is manageable. And with the fact that Shukri, he's been part of the process, part of the plan to 2027, obviously on the red ball side, but he would sit with us, obviously, and to try and understand the plans for in a white ball, because they needed to work together. So for us, it was no-brainer to continue on the work, on the foundation that has been laid. And we believe Shukri, is the right man to actually take us forward, yeah.
And of course, in June, it's the big one. The Proteas taking on Australia in the World Test Championship final, Lords, England, and a strong 15-player squad that has been announced. Just in terms of expectations from Cricket South Africa, what do those look like? And really, just in terms of those expectations.
Yeah, look, in every ICC event that we go into, we want to give ourselves the best chance of winning. And as we build towards 2027, and that is something that, again, we've done pretty well, and this is a great opportunity. We see it as an opportunity to make a huge impact in our cricketing ecosystem, but also in the continent. And and we're going there to win. And we expect the boys, to put out a good show. They're looking forward to it, and very, very excited. And we want to get it over the line. We owe it to South Africans. We owe it to every single person that follows the Proteas, that loves the Proteas, and hopefully, we can just get it over the line and we can all celebrate.
That is a big one from Enoch, who is, of course, CSA's Director of National Team, saying that the Proteas really want to go out there and win the World Test Championship final, which will be starting on the 11th of June at Lords, England. But of course, this is where we then wrap things up in terms of the Lions Cricket Awards right here in Sandton. We cannot wait to hear who will be walking away with those major accolades.